Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It's your latest Manchester United transfer news on this Thursday, the 24th of January 2019. I've got a hair in my mouth. It's my hair, don't start. But anyway, let's start off. Manchester United, there is an opportunity for... There's some weird transfer news actually from the last couple of days. Well, last day, because we do it every day. But I want to start off with Adrien Rabiot, because obviously Barcelona have signed De Jong. We were talking about that last night on the United Stand and how irritating it is that United just seem to be very lethargic whilst other big clubs go out and get players. And it's not like they're buying players who are 28, 29. They're buying the next tipped best thing. Well, Rabiot is a player that apparently was going to go to Barcelona, and I just wonder, there's two elements to this. De Jong goes to Barcelona. Are they going to then bring Rabiot in when he could end up being sat on the bench because they've got a lot of midfielders there? And interestingly, last night as well, there was big reports from France that Pochettino was going to make a last-ditch effort to get him to come to Spurs. Because remember, Rabiot is, I believe Rabiot is coming up for 20, is he 23, 20, 22, 23, 6'2", basically got the lot. He can dribble, he can tackle. He's a quintessential CDM, box to box. He's not really an attacking midfielder, but I'd have him in as a CDM at Manchester United. But Pochettino wants him at Spurs because he's available for free. He's out of contract in the summer. This is a deal that Manchester United should be all over this, like wasps on an open can of Coke on a hot summer's day. We should be on this because he is a player that you can bring in, you can shove Matic out, you can shove Herrera out, and he's free, and I think it'd be absolutely brilliant for Manchester United. But how interesting is it that Spurs are heavily linked to him? Because surely, if Pochettino is trying to get Rabiot to come to Spurs in the summer, then that means Pochettino's not coming to United. And this is the big thing that grabbed me about this, and I think it's great for a transfer show. Imagine Rabiot goes to Spurs and agrees to go to Spurs, because he can do. Remember, he's out of contract in the summer, so how it works is, in the January transfer window, you can talk to clubs away from your country. So like Ramsey's done with Juventus, he's going there in the summer, but Ramsey couldn't have agreed to come to us because you can only do that at the end of the summer, end of the season. So imagine Rabiot agrees to go to Spurs. We know we're not getting Pochettino because he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't get a player of that quality. He'd be going, can you send a pigeon to Mr. Woodward and say, get Rabiot because I want him and I'll come to United as well. So the politics of it are really interesting, the dynamics of it. And I mean, obviously, Pochettino to United's not done. It might be a little bit of flirting, but it's not done. So does Pochettino still try and do jobs for Spurs? I think the Rabiot thing's very interesting. But if you understand that, I hope you do, more pertinent to us is, why are United not over that deal? I mean, it ticks every single box. We do need a CDM. He's not actually the CDM I would like. I would prefer an Ndombele or an Ndidi who's a little bit more mobile. But to be fair, Rabiot's far more mobile than Matic. He's a lot younger than Matic. And he's got the lot. He's physical, he's good on the ball, he can carry the ball. I think Rabiot with Pogba and Herrera would be a really good Premier League midfield. And he's free. All you're going to have to do is pay his wages and a signing on fee. It would be like getting... I mean, if he was under contract, he's probably a 60, 70 million pound midfielder. So why United are not all over this, I do not know. Hence, I mention it because he was tipped to be going to Barcelona. But is Barcelona the right move for him? And if it's not, why are we not all over it? So watch your eyes on that, because he could end up at Barcelona. If he ends up at Spurs, that's got massive ramifications, like I say. Or will United look at a deal and go, that's one we want to do? Because I think it is. We do need more midfield depth. We do, definitely do. Another one that's sort of come back, but I don't know where this one came from. Well, I do. It came from Italy. That United, shockingly, are back in for Ivan Perisic, which I couldn't even begin to think, is that a good deal? Because I like Perisic. And you know, sometimes, like we're going to talk about Borella in a minute, you know, like some deals you go, who are they? Oh, actually, I know who that is. Oh, actually, you know, when I've thought it through, that would be a good signing for United. But Perisic, as soon as I saw it yesterday, I was like, nah. In the summer, maybe. When he had a good World Cup, I thought maybe. But to be honest, I still thought it was a year and a half too late. With Perisic now coming to us in the summer, God, he's 30. He's 30 at the start of February. So, you know, no, never. Not in a million years. I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player. And I wish we'd got him when Mourinho wanted him 2 years ago. but not now. Not a 30-year-old. If you're 30 and a half by the time the next season starts, no. Not at all. And they're quoting 40 million for it. I don't know where the story's coming from. Well, I do. I've said it again. It's coming from Italy. But I don't know what your thoughts are. Would you want Perisic at 30 at Manchester United now? I will always say I wish we'd got him 2 years ago, because I really do like him. Two-footed, really good player. Works hard. He's quite physical and tall for a wide player as well. Got a great delivery. I think if we'd got him in 2 years ago, you'd see a different United. But not now. That's, that ship sailed, and we shouldn't be looking at that sort of player anymore. So no, not for me. But maybe you lot think a little bit differently. Staying in Italy, Borella, we spoke about him a couple of weeks ago. Cagliari, I think that's how you pronounce it. Midfielder. Reports in Italy again yesterday that Manchester United, we were in for him, then he was going to Chelsea, then Spurs were interested in him, then he was staying back in Italy. But yesterday there was an article saying that United are back in there, and there was somebody even said there's a 30% chance that he might come. I think I read it in Sport Witness, who were quoting something else from Italy. Borella, we've spoke about him before. Midfielder, he's 21, meant to be the next big thing in Italy, and United have been linked to him. As I said a couple of weeks ago, if we were to get hold of him, I'd be massively excited, because he is a midfielder who's got a lot of things about him. He's not really a CDM. He's more of a box-to-box player. Shoot, dribble, creative, fast, tenacious. I think people have sort of likened him to like a young Steven Gerrard, but no, I don't think that at all. I just think he's got attributes that we would like. Interestingly enough, though, there's a lot of indication that he'll probably stay in Italy, and I think I said that 2 weeks ago as well. I think Inter Milan have been linked to him, and to me, having watched a lot of Italian football over the years, players do tend to stay in Italy when they're the next big thing. And I know Verratti left, but there's not many that do. So look, I'd love him at Manchester United, because I think we do need a midfielder. But the Rabiot one intrigues me more, because we're not in for him, but I don't understand why we're not, because it ticks all the boxes for Manchester United. Anyway, where are we? I want to talk about the right midfield position, because we spoke about it yesterday with Steven Bergwijn. I think it's really important that we sort of have a look at other options for that. But we are on the 24th of January. We've got 1 week left of this transfer window. I will be personally very, very frustrated. Not to rant levels. I'm not going to go, it's not like that. Just disappointed if we come out of this transfer window with no deals. And all right, we might not sign anybody. I'll be very surprised at that, but that might not happen. But if nobody goes out the door as well, I think that's shocking. Because you can say, I don't want to spend money. I don't want to spend money till I know what the manager's going to be in the summer. I think it's a cop-out. I think it's a waste. And I think a club of Manchester United's size shouldn't be doing that. Chelsea have signed players in the past when they know they're changing managers, when they haven't even got managers. So Manchester United can do that. It's irrelevant. We could have done that. We should do that. But if players don't go out the door, that is a waste of a transfer window, because you're telling me a new manager's going to come in and go, you know what? I love Phil Jones and Fellaini. I can build a team around them. Darmian, Ashley Young, Valencia. These are players that we realistically should be looking to. We should be doing some deals in this January transfer out the door as well. And at the moment, we're sat with a big fat zero. And obviously, on the performances on the pitch sort of deflect from that. But are we going to win every game for the next 6 months? No, we're not. Reality will bite at some point. The January transfer window probably won't be open then. I do think that it'll be a real shame and a real disappointment if we don't get rid of at least one player out the door, and hopefully still get one in. We never know, but time is starting to run out, I agree. Right midfield, we spoke about Steven Bergwijn yesterday. We spoke about the left-back situation yesterday. Really good comments in there. What I'm looking for from you today, get in the comments, talk to me about Rabiot. What do you think about that? Would you want him at Man United? Can you understand why we're not in the race for him when he's free? Borella, I know a lot of you won't think about him, but is that the sort of player you would be looking at? And obviously Perisic, linked to him yesterday. Would you want Perisic at Manchester United now? Give us your thoughts on that. But also, right midfield position. Probably not going to solve it in January, but hopefully in the summer. Who would you want to come in? Does Steven Bergwijn at PSV, who I spoke about yesterday, does he excite you? Would you rather have Lozano? Or is there somebody else that you're looking at? I think many Manchester United fans agree it's a position we need to resolve. we can say Alexis Sanchez, but when is he ever going to get played in that position? We haven't done it for a year, so why would we start doing it now? Who would you like to see come in? Give us some names. We'll have a look at that, and maybe we can discuss it on Friday. Please do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and keep your eyes out. 1 o'clock, we've got one of my favourite videos we've done on the United stand. Absolutely brilliant. It's a combined 11, Manchester United, Arsenal, me and Rance against Claude and Ty from AFTV. It is a very funny video, and it's outside the Emirates. It'll be out at 1 o'clock. Make sure you watch it. Please do drop a like. I'll speak to you all soon.